Hi, this is Messy Confessions number 7. Welcome. I am glad to have you here. And this is your opportunity to talk to me. We always do this first Monday of the month situation, Messy Confessions, where we open up this live stream and invite you to ask your cleaning questions, and you and I can chat one on one. Now, you can do this by either placing a question in the comments, or you can use the link that you'll see in the comments below, and it will bring you up with your camera side by side with me, and you and I can chat IRL and discuss your cleaning quandary. And what's really exciting about this is I love to meet you. You all know what I look like, sound like, you know that I like to, make fun of myself. You know who I am. I don't know who you are, and I would love to meet you. So even if you just want to pop on and say hello and introduce yourself to me, I always love putting a face to the name. Um, so yeah, make sure that you use that link if you want to hop in. I promise you, it's way less scary and way more fun than it sounds. And this is a safe space. It's a space for you to just ask your cleaning or organizing questions to someone that hates cleaning, maybe as much as you do, or maybe you love cleaning. And that's cool and that's great. I personally don't love it, but I know how to do it really well. And you can ask me your questions, and I will give you the most efficient and effective answer that I can. I always love to know where you are watching from, where you're tuning in from in the world. We try to do these at different times during the day so that we can accommodate people from different parts of the world. I'm based in Toronto. I'm on Eastern time. So it is currently 4 p.m. Well, 4:03 if we're being really accurate. Um, and that's great for me, but might not be great for some other people. So you can let me know where you're watching from. And I hope that this time works for you. And yeah, just let's get flowing with those questions. But actually, before we get going, I did want to mention um, that we are having a members only live stream at 4:45 p.m. or 45 minutes into this session. Um, and that's just going to be for the people who are part of the Clean My Space membership program. If you're not part of the membership program, it's cool. You get access to this and all of the content that we create all the time. Members get a little bit more. They get custom emojis, they get loyalty badges, access to extra tips and blooper videos where I full blown make a fool out of myself on camera. And then my lovely editor, Karin, just clips it all together and loves to make fun of me and makes that into a special little video. What else can I tell you? Oh my gosh. This week, I think I mentioned in the last live stream that we are doing a really cool thing in 2025. And this week it's launching, and I will tell you what it is. This is the first place that I'm announcing it. And I have a pen. I'm wearing my glasses. I have a pen. So you know this is serious. We decided that I love listening to podcasts, and I listen to podcasts when I'm cleaning, when I'm doing work, all the things. And I know that we've had people over the years say, like, hey, Melissa, I wish you could just kind of like coach me through cleaning a room, or like, I wish I could just have you like talking in my ear while I clean. So we've done that. We made a cleaning podcast that you can watch, but like here on YouTube, you can also stream it as a podcast and you can listen to it. And I basically coach you through the Clean My Space 3-wave system for different spaces or different rooms. So we are starting with the bathroom. We filmed that. It is now being edited. And you might be wondering, like, what am I supposed to do? Just listen to you talking about scrubbing a toilet for 30 minutes? No, because I fill the time when you are cleaning with funny cleaning stories that I found on Reddit, and they're really funny. So the idea is that I just take your mind, I put your mind to the cleaning, and then I take your mind off the cleaning, and then I bring you back, and then I take you away. And I'm just there the whole time, and we're vibing and we're chilling, and you are getting your cleaning done. And then you can just listen to it whenever you have to clean that certain room. So our members are going to get access to this on Thursday, and I want feedback from all of you on this because we're putting this out for our audience. Our the Clean My Space, the rest of the Clean My Space YouTube channel is going to get access to this on Saturday. We love asking our members for feedback, so we sort of use them as like a test pilot group. So if you are a member, please send feedback. Even if you're not a member, please send feedback as well. Because as we come out with more, I want to know what's working, what's not, what you like, what you don't like. Okay, I'm going to put my pen down. Let's get into the cleaning conversation. Oh my God, the comments are on fire. Wow, wow, wow. Okay, all right, let's get right into this. Felina Wooden says, I need help. I have grandbabies and I feel like my house cannot stay clean. I'm laughing because my mom has 3 grandchildren, my daughter and my sister's 2 kids. And my mom is a pretty tidy lady. And you might be like, oh, that must be where you get it from. No, didn't get it from her. Did not. No, I didn't get it from her. Mom, I love you, but yeah. Anyway, and her house now, as a 74-year-old lady, is immaculate. But when we were growing up, not so. But when the kids come over, when her grandchildren come over, it is a dangerous, dangerous place, that woman's condo. So I get you, Belina. I get you. And I don't know how often they're coming to visit, but I will say this. What works for grandparents is to have very clearly delineated, designated spaces for the kids and delineated toys or toy storage areas for the kids. Because the first thing to go when you have little ones over who are just visiting is clutter. So the clutter is just going to come out and it's going to proliferate and spread and drive you crazy. So if you can keep it contained to a certain area, and then if you can tidy that clutter up and put it in a, in one box. My mom bought like a toy chest type thing on Amazon, just a simple one, and she puts all the kids' toys in there. So when the kids come, they can open it up, make a mess, but before they leave, how old are they? They're 3, 5, and 6. They have to put everything away. And like we play a song for them, but they know like when they go to my mom's house, they don't mess around because she set that rule with them. So I would say just think about that. And in terms of like the rest of the mess, like the food and the fingerprints and all that stuff, like I always say to new moms or new dads, like new parents, there are ages and stages in life where we have to lower our expectations because things are just going to feel impossible to keep up with. And I know that when you have a little one or little ones, the mess is never ending. So you can't beat yourself up as much because it's really hard to live in a perfect and perfectly clean space when you have kids who are just constantly the salmon swimming upstream. Like you're trying to clean and they are just completely negating any of the work that you've done. Um, so my assistant actually who works with us, I remember she told me one time that she was chatting with her mom and her mom said, sometimes I wish I spent more time playing with you guys and less time cleaning. And that's a really interesting insight, right? Like we only have so much time with these kids when they're this age. So, what can we do to enjoy them even if they're a little bit messy? So I hope that helps. Sort of like enjoy the kids, forgive yourself, and keep the clutter to a limited space and to a minimum. Okay. All right, Ohio. Good afternoon from Ohio. I'm having a difficult time sorting through stuff and downsizing. My kids don't want anything. You're in luck because if you've offered it to your kids and they don't want to take anything, you now have permission to move on from it. And this is a hard thing to hear because you think like I bought this and I had such good intentions and I love it and it meant a lot to me. And I went through this with my dad. I also went through this with my mom. My parents are, they've been long divorced. So they did their moves when they got, divorced and stuff, and they've both decluttered and downsized over the years. And I remember recently my sister and I went to my dad's and he said, girls, like there are certain things I want you to look through. And there like the majority of it I had zero interest in. He's like, oh, this is a wedding gift from Uncle so and so, and it like, no, thank you. I don't need like a casserole dish with vegetables painted on it. Like that is not my vibe. I'm not going to keep that. But I did say to him, like, Dad, what are the really important things that you need me to keep? Like things from your mother or your father that meant a lot to you. And then he showed those items to me, and I picked, and my sister picked. And I think that was a really good way to do it because my dad felt really good about that exchange. And I guess knowing that he was able to hand down the really important things sort of made him reconsider what wasn't important. And I think my sister and I kind of being there, prompting and encouraging him, helped him to just release the stuff that he didn't need anymore. And that could be a strategy that you use. The other strategy that you could use is contacting an estate sale company. I love estate sale companies because they will come in and do pretty much all the work for you. They usually split the money with you. There's a split, like however much they take. But what's great about that is they photograph, they catalog, they deal with the sale, and then someone who actually is looking for what you have can purchase it. You can also list it on Facebook Marketplace. I love Facebook Marketplace for both buying and selling. So there are definitely things that you can do aside from just throwing things in a dump, because I know that that can be really emotionally challenging. And if there are kids' items like drawings and things that they made that you feel attached to, you can say to them like, I have a box of your stuff, come and look through it, take what you want, and everything else I'm going to get rid of. Like my mom did that to me, and I've shared on the YouTube channel before, like it broke my heart when my mom was like, I'm getting rid of this. But after I sort of looked through it, I'm like, well, my mom doesn't need to keep it. Like, what does she need to keep this for anymore? Like, it doesn't serve her. I took what was important to me, and she kept a couple things, but like the majority of the stuff she didn't need anymore. So we like mutually agreed to move on from it. And the point is, like, it's really uncomfortable to deal with a lot of this stuff, but having those uncomfortable conversations and sort of, as I say, kissing the frog, like dealing with a really gross, difficult thing, gets you past that stuck point, and then you can start moving forward. Long answer, but I hope that helps, and I hope you see how much I can resonate with that question. I hope it hits some other people at home too. So thanks for asking. Alrighty. Deja, all right. I'm here so I don't get fined. LOL. Oh my god, you don't find? Woo! Um, let's talk about that. I don't know what you're gonna get fined for, but today I did get called into court because my car got stolen in 2022, and I thought that case went away, but no, I have to go to court to be a witness. So it's funny that you mentioned being fined today. Both talking about legal things, you and I, Deja. You struggle with dishwashing. What should you do? Oh my gosh. Let's talk about dishwashing. So if you're still here, can you let me know if you mean dishwashing with a dishwasher or dishwashing by hand? So if it's dishwashing with a dishwasher, this is what I want to say. Your dishwasher has to be unloaded every single morning, like when you're making your coffee or a drink, or if there's one routine thing that you do in your kitchen every single morning, pair it with the dishes, waiting for your kettle to boil, waiting for the waffles to toast in the toaster for the kids. Whatever it is, use that time to unload the dishwasher. A loaded dishwasher at the beginning of the day bottlenecks the rest of your day, and it's going to suck dish-wise. So that's number one. And number two, load that dishwasher as you go throughout the day and run it at night. And this is going to keep that bottleneck from ever happening in the kitchen with dishes. Now, if you are hand washing your dishes, that's something where it's really easy. I'm notorious for being lazy, and I will happily leave any and all things for later. I hate doing things in the moment, but that is the best way to get it done. Now, if you have a pile of dishes, pots, and pans at the end of cooking a meal, and you want a quick, easy way to deal with it, Dawn Power Wash. I don't know if you've tried it before, Deja. It is like my favorite. It is like such an MVP product. I've been talking about it for a couple years now, and like I haven't found anything else that makes dishes more easier than that. Um, so this is what I would suggest. Spray your stuff with Dawn Power Wash, or if it's like not serious, you can just use Dawn and water, like mixed in a spray bottle. Pre-treat everything, like have your dishes, your pots, your pans, spray it down, and then start working little by little. You can fill a sink with water. I find that kind of gross. I think for rinsing, it's okay, but like for dirty dishes, I think it kind of gets gross. So I find the spraying and the scrubbing is more efficient. And, if the product sits for a couple of minutes and you're using a sponge and obviously you're wearing gloves to protect your hands, I think you're going to have much easier results. Then you can get a dish drying rack, or you can use a large dish drying towel like the Maker's Clean Waffle Weave cloth. And that's the best thing you can do. The bottleneck is the worst part. Oh, you're welcome. I hope I answered your question. All right. And Diane is from Richmond, Virginia. Sheena, you're from Canada. Love your hair, Melissa. Oh, thank you. I just colored it last week. Thanks for noticing, Sheena. Yeah, I've been going a little darker lately because during COVID, someone did a balayage but really made my hair blonde. So if you look back at those videos, basically I'm blonde. And we need to get back to my original hair color, which is my eyebrows. So, Matthew, hey, I have ADHD. How do I get the motivation to clean a whole house in one day? It's possible, but how? Okay, Matthew, some of my best friends, my mother, Chad, I know so many people who have ADHD, and it's different for everyone. So there's no one size fits all solution. Obviously, medication is something that is between you and your doctor, but I know the people who I've chatted with find that once they are on the right type of medication for ADHD, they tend to have an easier time getting those tasks done. However, I think chunking jobs for yourself is really important into small periods of time. So giving yourself 5-minute tasks. Very specific 5-minute tasks. So saying, I'm going to put 5 minutes on the timer. I'm going to unload my dishwasher. And then you can go and you can do something else. And then you can come back and you can say, you're going to put 5 minutes on the timer. I'm going to clean all the counters and scour the sink. The cool thing about that is when you have a little bit of pressure applied to you because you're on a timeline, it tends to force you to be more efficient and quick and think about ways that you can create efficiencies and get the job done in a better way. So when I first started cleaning and I was learning about it, that's what I did. I would time myself and then I would shave time down to force myself to rethink my strategy. So that could be helpful for you as well. I would also say to limit distractions, because even for people without ADHD, holy cow, like distractions make it really hard. But specifically for people with ADHD, like it's really easy to get pulled off track. And I've seen this firsthand, watching people close to me trying to get tasks done. So limiting distraction and keeping that vision, but you can only sustain that sort of that narrow vision, like that tunnel vision of the one job you want to get done. You can only sustain it for so long. So that's why it's really important to work in short bursts. Okay. So maybe have a list of like 10 things that you want to get done over, say, the course of a week, and then give yourself 5-10 minutes to do that. But I wouldn't go past, even 10 minutes might be too long for you. You know yourself best. So that's what I would say, Matthew. Just work on a really tight schedule, be kind to yourself and see what works and make some adjustments as you go. Okay. I hope that helps. Oh my gosh. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. The Red Devil.
Oh my god. Oh my god. This is actually happening.
It's happening.
Wow. Oh my god.
Tell me how I can help you. And what's your name, if you want to share?
Sure. So my name is the Red Devil right there, but oh my god, I mean, so my real name is Edwards, but like, I just can't believe that this is actually happening because I never thought I would be able to make it to one of your lives, Melissa, which I have in the past, but I just missed out on like having a conversation with you, and now I'm actually having an actual conversation with you, and this is just amazing. Do excuse my stammer.
Don't worry about it, Edward. I'm so happy to have you here. Tell me, and it's great. You sound like you're in the UK. You sound like you're in the
Yep.
UK. Yeah. It's really great that you can make it, and I love this time because I know it made a lot of sense for our friends across the pond. So yeah, glad you can make it. And tell me what your cleaning question is today.
Well, it's not really a cleaning question I have. It's basically so I have autism and I also have ADHD, and I was wondering if I mean the first time I saw you go live and it was a like one of these lives, it's gave me the question, oh, if I were to ever join one of Melissa's lives, which I probably never will. Well, I am now.
Yay.
Yay. I would see if I could like see if she would be interested in me like saying a bit about myself and how I find comfort in things like cleaning because of my autism.
I would love, you know what? I would love to hear that. And I feel like so many people in the community, I can only say so much. And it's to me like hearing from you when you talk about how, cleaning changes your day for the better, like that actually means a lot to me. So yeah, um why don't you take like about a minute and share that? I would love to hear.
Okay, sure. It might take a little bit longer than a minute because of my stammer, but I do have like quite a bit to say, but I will do the best I can. I still can't believe this is actually happening. By the way, so I am like nine. Do excuse me. So I am 19 years old and I still sleep with stuffed animals. It's basically just like something I find like comfort in, and so this bear I've had since I was exactly 6 months old.
Oh,
Yeah, that's reaction I get a lot, and his name is Ted, and I just love him so
oh,
much.
that is so sweet. You have to take really good care of Ted.
I do, man. He takes really
Yeah.
good care of me. Okay. Okay, so as far back as I can remember, I've found comfort in things like cleaning since I was like. Hmm, I don't remember my exact age when I first like found comfort in things like cleaning, but I do know I was really young, and I don't remember the exact moment, but I do think I just got like attached to like how the like gloves looked on certain women. I mean, I was quite young at the time. Like I was like 6 or 7, and I didn't know it was because of my autism at the time. But many years later, I've learned that it is, and I never really understood the main reason. Like I thought there were like many reasons, like the color or the texture of the. So I don't like latex, but I do like rubber like cleaning gloves.
Okay.
And yeah, so those were the ones I found myself like drawn more to, and yeah, I guess I so it was never really. I mean, I would say it was like a fetish of some kinds, but I can't because it was like many years ago when I was
Got
still
it.
really young, so that can't be it. So,
Um, so yeah,
hmm,
I have heard about this before. We don't really talk about that on the Clean
yeah,
My Space channel. So I want to kind of stay away from that
mhm,
aspect of it. But if
yeah.
you have any specifics on like how cleaning or organizing has helped or changed you, that would be awesome. And because I just want to be mindful of some of the other folks that have questions, um, why don't you just take like 30 more seconds, and then I'm gonna take another question. But yeah, I'll let you wrap up, okay?
Sure. Yeah. Yeah, sure. And I do just want to say, in regards to what I just said about that, I did know like that was gonna go down, and I was telling myself, okay, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that, don't say that.
Okay.
And I then said that, and I was like, oh god. But it's fine, at least
It's
I
okay.
managed to control myself, and mm, yeah,
And you are not the first person I've heard that from. So yeah, it's an interesting thing, and it does exist out there. So yeah, don't feel too
yeah,
bad about it. But
yeah.
you
And
know what?
I
It was
yeah,
yeah, go
yeah.
ahead.
I
I
do just want to say
Yeah.
I love your videos so
Oh,
much. I
thank
find
you.
a lot of comfort in them, and I think my favorite video from you is where you give your like 10 like dishwashing tips
Yeah.
from like 2013. Do you remember that one?
No, that was a long, long time ago, but maybe I'll have to rewatch that. Anyway, I'm gonna move on, Edward, because I've got a bunch of other people. But thank you so much for coming on
Of
and
course,
being brave today. And it was
of
so lovely
course,
to
of
meet you in
course.
person. And we'll see you again soon. Oh, it's so nice to have people join us live. All right, Diane, let's get to your question. How do I remove mold from the silicone in the shower? So you're talking about the caulking, which is sort of that little rubbery area between the tile and the floor, sort of the wall and the floor, or the wall of the tile and the tub, whatever it is, and it sort of bonds or seals any moisture from getting in. So what ends up happening in that area is that moisture can pool, and if we're not using a squeegee, if we're not ventilating properly, the moisture kind of sits there, lingers, feeds on soap scum, or any like leftover dead skin cells, body oils, all that delicious stuff. And then it can sort of lead to unsightly mold and mildew buildup, which nobody likes. So, Diane, we have a few easy options for you. Number one is, and this is not what I do, but I'm going to put it out there anyway because it is available, and that is using a 10-to-1 solution of 10 parts water, 1 part chlorine bleach. Now, I want to be clear, chlorine bleach is not a cleaner. Chlorine bleach will kill the mold. So what you would do is you would sort of clean that area as best you could, then you can apply that solution. You can let it sit for a bit, scrub it, and see what you can get rid of. Um, and then if it gets rid of it, great. If not, you can go at it again. You want to make sure that you're rinsing in between and that you're ventilating because you're working with bleach in an enclosed space. Option two, and this is what I prefer, is a product called Concrobium. I talk about Concrobium a lot. It's low VOC, it's odorless essentially. So you don't really smell anything. It doesn't have those harsh chemical compounds that you'd be inhaling, which is a huge bonus in my opinion. And you would just apply it to the surface after cleaning it. Let it sit for, usually they say overnight or up to 24 hours. It just depends on the type of product that you get. You can get like a trigger spray, you can get a foam. So just read the package instructions, and then you can scrub it off, rinse, and retreat it. And when you retreat it, you sort of just let it sit there on the surface, and then it repels mildew from coming back. So that would be sort of my preferred option. And Diane, if it's like really out of control, option C is to remove it and to recaulk that area. And that is something that if you or someone who lives with you is handy, is doable. I am not handy. I would not trust myself to do that work. So I would hire a handy person to do that for me. But if it was bad and it wasn't cleanable, that is the route I would take. So I hope that helps. And if you hear any banging around in the back, I'm at my sister's house today, kind of stationing myself at her kitchen table. She might come by and wave and say hello, but she's currently getting dinner ready for her kids. Oh, she's going to come and wave.
Hello.
Do you guys think we look alike? Okay, if I take my glasses off, we used to get mistaken for
We
twins.
definitely sound alike. A lot of people say we sound alike.
My AirPods are in, so I don't think
Oh,
people can
okay.
hear you. She's
Okay.
trying to talk and take over the show. But anyway, all right. Okay, get out of here. Let me do my job. All right, no worries. All right. Canadian. Oh, I love that name. Not a question, but thank you. I have MS and bought that spinning cleaner you used in the basement bathroom. It works great. And if I'm tired, it tries to spin away. Oh my gosh. Yes. And you're referring to our Cleaning with Limited Mobility video. You know, that is one video that I can say my team and I, actually, well, it's two videos. We are so proud of that series, Cleaning with Limited Mobility, because and someone commented this, 1 in 6 people deal with mobility issues, and it's sort of one of those invisible things or things that people don't really like to talk about or address. And cleaning is something we have to do every day. So we investigated different cleaning products and tools that can make cleaning with limited mobility easier. And that spinning bathroom tool, you are right, is so convenient, but you have to have a good grip on it, because you're right, it'll start running away from you if you don't have control on it. So yeah, but I'm so glad that you found help in that, Canadian. Thank you. Heather says, so excited to make it to my first live. This channel has helped me so much with my limited mobility and motivation. These videos have been very helpful. Thank you so much, Heather. That means so much to me and to my team. Keep on coming back. Thank you, thank you, thank you for that comment. And if anyone has any questions about limited mobility and cleaning, please feel free to check out that series. And you can also drop your questions right here. Yvonne, I'm just seeing here in the comments, Yvonne wants me to spell that mold product name. So here we go. It's CONCROBIUM. I feel like I'm on a spelling bee, or I feel like I should have pom-poms when I'm saying it. C, give me an O, give me an N. Anyway, okay, I'm clearly entertaining myself here. All right, next question. Solar Radiance. What product do you use for cleaning dress shirt collars? Oh my God. This is another, it's like Diane's question. There are so many different ways we can approach this, which is nice because it means that we have multiple solutions and your problem's going to get solved one way or the other. Option number one is just to make a paste with baking soda and water and to apply it to the collar. You're just going to let that paste sit overnight. And let me tell you, baking soda has some magic in it, and you just leave it overnight, throw it in the wash the next day, and that stain can come out. Now, option B, because what you're dealing with, what that buildup is oxidized sweat and body oils. So if you think about like when you cut an avocado or an apple and you just let it sit out for a while and it starts to turn brown, that is exactly what's happening to the stuff that's coming off your body and sitting on your shirt. So it's oxidizing, but it's natural stuff coming from us. So the way we can get rid of that sort of oily, greasy buildup from our own bodies is by using something like an enzyme-based cleaner. Here we go, like Puracy, my favorite product that I swear by and tell everyone to get. I should walk around with a Puracy holster. No, I should have stock in the Puracy company because I talk about that product so much and I love it. It's amazing. So go pick up some Puracy if the baking soda doesn't do it for you, but I have a really good feeling it should. Option C is mixing hydrogen peroxide with that baking soda. And that's essentially going to get you like a little bit of OxiClean action going without having to buy OxiClean. Instead of using water, you can do baking soda and hydrogen peroxide, like just make a equal parts solution. You want it to be actually not equal part. I would say 3 parts baking soda, 1 part hydrogen peroxide. Make that paste and just go for it. Okay. And then launder as usual, and you should be in the clear. Same thing works for underarms, by the way. Okay. Good luck. All right, Mama Witch. Electric baseboard heat. How do I clean it properly, especially the one in the bathroom? Okay. Those, so if you're not familiar with those, they're like these electric boxes that hang on the baseboards that generate heat. So, number one is you want to take the power out, you want to unplug them or power them down because you want to be sure that you're cleaning them and you're not going to cause yourself any harm. So that's number one. Number two, I would get something that's flexible. So, like one of those bendable microfiber dusters, I think is going to be your best bet. So, I would say something like a Swiffer duster. I don't like Swiffer because it's disposable, but there are microfiber dusters. They're like very long duster fingers, if you will. So, it's not like a short weave, it's a very long weave. It kind of looks like if you think about like the Cookie Monster, like imagine just the Cookie Monster on a wand. That's kind of what you're going for. And then you're going to use that to sort of snake your way in and out of the baseboard heaters. And the one in the bathroom, I imagine, is going to have a lot of dust, a lot of hair. So if there's anything sticky, like if you use hairspray, I see in your picture you have gorgeous hair. So you might like hold some of those beautiful curls in place with hairspray. Hairspray can get really sticky. And if it's falling on the floor, you might notice there's a sticky residue buildup. For that, you can use a little bit of rubbing alcohol on paper towel, and that should wipe up that sticky residue. Okay. And then once all your cleaning is done, if you need to use soapy water to get rid of any additional buildup, you can. Make sure it's dry, and then you can power it back on. Okay. Hope that helps. All right. Red Solo Cup. Have you and Midwest Magic Cleaning considered a collab video? My two favorite cleaning channels other than Clean That Up. So Clean That Up, we've had on the podcast before. Brandon's a cool guy. I say on the podcast, but on our YouTube channel, we did a live with him last year, I want to say. Lovely guy. So yeah, if you haven't seen that, you can see that one. I've never heard of Midwest Magic Cleaning. But yeah, I mean, listen, I'm open to doing a collab with a lot of people. So you just send it my way or my people can reach out to their people and we'll set something up. My friends, we have 6 minutes left before I have to go to our members only live. So yeah, if you are not part of our membership program, there's some info in the description box. It's really not expensive. It's just a nice way to support the channel, and you get access to a bunch of additional bonus content. We're also dropping our first ever cleaning podcast that you can listen to while you're cleaning your bathroom. So I will coach you through cleaning your bathroom and then tell you funny cleaning stories that I found on Reddit, like ridiculous cleaning stories to take your mind off the fact that you're cleaning your bathroom. Okay, Pure C Solar Radiance, Puracy is how you spell it. Oh my God, so many questions. LA, Canada here, and OG followers, purchasers and makers, class times 3. And I always share with my with my adult kids, 24 and 25. Thank you, Melissa. Lovely comment. Thank you. And thanks for supporting Makers Clean. And I love that you love them and that you're teaching your kids about cleaning. You go, girl. All right, Lucas Taylor, have you ever accidentally put too much vinegar in the bottle for your vinegar and water mixture? Yes. Don't sweat it. Just use it up, add more water. You'll be fine. The only place not to use that is on natural stone or anywhere else that you shouldn't be using something acidic, but you'll be fine. DIY cleaning recipes tend to be pretty forgiving and flexible. So yeah, Lucas, I wouldn't worry about it too much. Okay. Canadian wants to know if our podcast will only be on YouTube. As far as I know, we are launching it here on YouTube, so you can watch the video, you can listen to the video, but I believe we're getting it onto other podcast platforms as well, which I'm really excited about because I feel like I've been listening to podcasts since 1990, whenever they came out. Kidding. Like I know they came out in like probably 2008 or 9 or 10 or something, but I've loved podcasts forever. So the fact that we're finally putting one out there makes me very happy. And I'm pretty sure that's where it's going to be. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, this is a great comment here. I play you on TV from your YouTube. For that, your voice is very motivational. Thank you. I think my voice is horribly obnoxious, but I'm so glad that you guys find it motivational. But yeah, that's the idea. You know, we figure rather than you listening to something that was designed to be a video, I am like the team and I designed it specifically to be in a podcast style format so that it's more suitable to folks who want to take it with them and clean and have like that coaching, motivation, encouragement in your ear, but also me walking you through products, tools, and techniques. The 3 wave system. Okay, now that you've done this, let's move on to this area, don't forget to take this with you. Like, yeah, it's such a cool format. I'm so excited for you guys to get your hands on it. Oh, thank you. My voice is epic. Oh, thank you. Just minus the cooking. Oh my god, yes. And the jail time and the $1 billion and the relationship with Snoop Dogg, and but yeah, thank you, that is very sweet. I appreciate that. All right, let me see. Oh my god, this has been so much fun. So yeah, a couple products that I really think you folks need to check out if you haven't already is Concrobium and Puracy. And I think for those of you who have been around for a long time, you know that I don't shift my opinions on products very often, and it really takes a lot for me to fall in love with something new. I swear by the old reliables, and I don't get too excited when new products come out unless they are something to be excited about. So yeah, I'm just going to talk to you about what I love and what I know works and what isn't going to break the bank, and what's actually going to get the job done for you. Just oh my god, yeah, just looking back at some of these funny comments about my sister and I, twins, alike, just different eyes. Your sister has a British look. I have a Boston or Italian look. Oh, I like that. I like that. See, people think you look British. I don't know either. You look more like someone from the royal family. Well, okay. All right, Samantha, go for it. Anyway, um, okay, and it's so nice. I'm just looking and seeing what some other people have written. We got so many nice comments encouraging Matthew and with his ADHD comment. Oh my god. Honestly, you are not alone, and I know how many people I get so many questions about that. So I appreciate your bravery in stepping forward and asking that question today, Matthew, because I think it means a lot. Oh, Heather says for hurricane prep in Florida, when washing out a tub or a cooler and possibly having to consume the water later, do you recommend dish soap and vinegar or one or the other? So what I recommend if you're using the water to consume is that 10-to-1 bleach to water solution. And again, I normally am not a fan of bleach, but this is something where you're going to be drinking that water. So I would want to make sure that I'm taking the proper precautions. And that is something that I wouldn't just do dish soap or vinegar. I would want to go full force with that. So I would do the 10-to-1 water to bleach solution. Give it a good cleaning, like let it sit, let the bleach do its job, and then I would rinse very well. You're in Florida. If there's sunshine, let it sit out in the sun. Let those UV rays kind of kill any extra odor, bacteria, anything that's hanging out. Although once you've used the bleach, you should be in good shape, and then you can use it for water. And I hope you stay safe. Okay, I'm going to hop into our members only live stream. Thank you so much for joining me for this 7th episode of Messy Confessions, where you get to come here and ask your dirtiest questions, of course, cleaning related. And I'll see you here the first Monday of March. Oh my gosh, we are getting there. We are getting away from the winter. Great to see all of you. Have a great February, and I'll see you very soon.